Dear students, welcome to the next lecture of electrical measurement. Now in this lecture we will talk about the next type of instruments, and that is electrodynamometer type instruments. Okay, in short we can also write it as electrodynamometer type. Okay, so now we have studied the two types of instruments, that is the PMMC type and the moving iron type instruments. Okay, so we will just start this electrodynamometer type by explaining the difference of these type of instruments with the previous or PMMC type instrument. Okay, so if you just this is actually the figure or the circuit of a general electrodynamometer type instrument. Okay, so this is an electrodynamometer type instrument. Okay, there are two fixed coils, one is this, okay, another one is this. So there are two fixed coils, these two are connected in series, and there is a moving coil also in between them. Okay, so this is a moving coil, the pointer and the scale are shown in this figure. Okay, so if you compare this circuit with that of the PMMC type instrument, you can see that the major difference is that two magnetic field coils are substituted in place of a permanent magnet. Okay, so you know that in PMMC type instrument we have a magnet and a coil arrangement. Okay, that is the magnetic field is being produced by that permanent magnet. So that permanent magnet is being replaced here in electrodynamometer type by these two field coils. Okay, so the magnetic field in which the moving coil is suspended or pivoted is generated by passing a current through these stationary field coils. Okay, so the main purpose of these two field coils is to produce the magnetic field which will subsequently act on this moving coil. Okay, and when a current flows through the this moving coil, the two fluxes will interact. Okay, and this will cause the coil and pointer to be deflected, okay, over this scale. Okay, and similar to the previous cases, the spiral springs they will be used for providing the controlling force and connecting leads to the moving coil. So this is one major difference, that in place of magnet there are two fixed field coils. Okay, these two are fixed coils, and these can also be called as field coils. Okay, another major difference from the PMMC instrument is that the electrodynamometer type instrument usually has air damping. Okay, so that setup is not being shown in this figure, but this electrodynamometer type instrument will have air damping. If you remember, in PMMC type instrument we have eddy current damping mechanism there. Okay, air damping I think we have discussed for MI type instruments. Okay, so you know that the air damping mechanism will have a lightweight vane which just pushes around in an enclosure when the moving coil is in motion. Okay, so it have a piston and a sector type of arrangement. So that type of damping is being present here. So these are the two major differences of electrodynamometer type instrument with the PMMC type instruments. So the major constructional features, if we just write down at one place. Okay, so it will have fixed coils. Okay, this we may also called as field coils. Okay, and the main purpose of fixed coil is to produce the required magnetic field. Okay, and this coil is divided into two sections to give a more uniform field near the center and to allow the passage of the instrument shaft. Okay, so these fixed coils are usually wound with heavy wire because they carry the main current in ammeters and wattmeters. Okay, so usually wound with heavy wires. Okay, and next we can have a moving coil, okay, which is the same as in previous instruments also. Okay, so that which we have discussed in PMMC type instrument. So a single element instrument has one moving coil, and moving coil is wound either as a self-sustaining coil or else on a non-metallic former. Okay, so frame we can also call it. Okay, so this is the purpose of the moving coil, that whatever the magnetic field is being produced by the fixed coil, the moving coil will be acted upon that. Okay, and the two fluxes will interact, and the resulting torque will be produced. Okay, and for control mechanism we have the spring type of arrangement. Okay, so for uh, this is also the part of the constructions. Control springs are provided for controlling mechanism. Okay, and these springs also act as leads to the moving coil. Okay, and then we have a pointer and scale type of arrangement. Okay, and moving system it can be called. So moving system will have a spindle pointer type of arrangements. Okay, pointer spindle. Okay, so this will be uh, the moving system. And for damping mechanisms we have already discussed that these type of instruments will have air damping mechanism. Okay, so these are the major constructional features of electrodynamometer type instrument. Okay, now let us move to the expression of the torque. Okay, so if I just represent the circuit of the electrodynamometer by these two coils. Okay, and let us suppose the current in this coil as I1, the current in this coil is I2. Okay, so I1 and I2 will be the current in fixed coil and moving coil respectively, or let us write it as separately. So this I1 will be the current in fixed coils. Okay, this I1 will be current in fixed coil, whereas I2 will be the current in moving coil. Okay, and let us suppose the mutual inductance between these coils is represented by M. Okay, so if these are the variables, then the deflecting torque, which can be represented by T with a subscript D. Okay, so it will be I1 I2 dm over d theta, where theta is the deflection. This is the final steady state deflection. Okay, and controlling torque, which is T with a subscript C, it will be written as k theta, because controlling torque will be produced by the springs. K is the spring constant. Okay, so for final steady state, so at steady state we will have controlling torque to be equal to the deflecting torque. So this means that this k theta will be equal to I1 I2 dm over d theta. Okay, and this means that the deflection or theta will be equal to I1 over I2 over k dm over d theta. Okay, so this can be the expression of the deflection, and this is the expression of the deflecting torque. Okay, So as in the case of the PMMC type instrument, the deflecting torque of the electrodynamometer type instrument is dependent on the feed flux, the coil current, the coil dimension, the number of coil turns. Okay. However, the field flux is directly proportional to the current through the field coils in this case, and the moving coil flux is directly proportional to the current through the moving coil. So we can also say that the deflecting torque is proportional to the product of two currents. Okay, so this we are already seeing here that the deflecting torque is being proportional to the product of two currents, and if in case the same current flows through the field coil and the moving coil, then the deflecting torque will be proportional to the square of the current. So one important point in these type of instrument is that regardless of the direction of current through the meter, the electrodynamometer type instrument will have a positive deflection. That means it can be used for measuring the AC values as well as the DC quantities. Okay, and the terminals are not marked as plus and minus. Okay, as in the case of the PMMC type instrument. So when this instrument is used on AC, then the deflection will settle down to a position which is proportional to the average value of I square. Okay, so we can say that the deflection is proportional to the mean square value of the current. So next, now move on to the electrodynamometer type ammeter. So this is the circuit of the electrodynamometer type ammeter. So this is electrodynamometer ammeter, that is when this instrument is being used as an ammeter. Okay, so this describes the circuit, and in this circuit we can see that the moving coil and its series connected swamping resistance are connected in parallel with this ammeter shunt. Okay, so this is the moving coil, this which is being shown in this middle region. Okay, so this shunt is being connected in the parallel. Okay, so the two field coils should be connected in series with the parallel arrangement of this shunt and moving coil, as we are seeing in this figure. Whereas if we talk about the voltmeter circuit, so this describes the electrodynamometer type voltmeter. Okay, so this describes the usual circuit arrangement for an electrodynamometer voltmeter, and since a voltmeter must have a high resistance, so in this case all three coils are connected in series. Okay, that is the two fixed coils and one moving coil are connected in series along with a multiplier resistance. Okay, so multiplier resistance, if you remember that we have discussed for PMMC type instrument, that just to increase the range we can add a multiplier resistor. So this multiplier resistor, which is being denoted here as R, so it is being included in the circuit. Okay, and when the total resistance of the coils and the required current for full scale deflection are known, then the multiplier resistance can be calculated exactly as we did it for PMMC type instruments. Okay, or the previously instruments. Okay, so this instrument scale can be read either as DC voltage or RMS AC voltage. Now come to the errors in electrodynamometer type instruments. Okay, so there may be errors due to various reasons. One reason can be due to the external magnetic field. Okay, so since the magnetic field or the operating field in these type of instrument is weak because it is being produced by the coils, so therefore these instrument must be protected from the external magnetic fields. Okay, so you can just use some type of magnetic shielding or metal shield which can serve to isolate the coils from the external magnetic field. Okay, similarly there can be error due to the eddy currents. Okay, because we know that the effect of the eddy current is to produce a torque as a result of coupling between the moving coil and the nearby metal parts. Okay, so the metal in the coil supports and the overall structure should be kept to minimum as possible. Okay, because any metal that is used is should be kept away. Okay, because if there is any metal nearby and is selected to have high resistivity, so as to reduce the eddy currents induced in it. Okay, so the metal present in the coil supports in the shield, etc., produces a frequency error in the instrument. Okay, so this is also one source of error. Similarly, there can be error due to the torque weight ratio. Okay, since these instruments they have a low value of torque weight ratio. Okay, and low value of torque weight ratio indicates a heavy moving system, and therefore the friction losses in these type of instruments are larger than in other types. Okay, so this is also one reason of having these type of errors, and there can be the errors due to the frequency. Okay, so the frequency error of the dynamometer type instrument is due largely as a result of the variation of the self reactance of the coils with frequency. Okay, so these are certain types of errors in these electro dynamometer type instruments. Okay, so in this lecture we have just gone through a brief introduction about the electrodynamometer type instrument. We have discussed the difference of these instruments with the PMMC type instruments. Okay, and we have seen the circuit of these type of instruments when they are used as an ammeter or voltmeter. Okay, but one of the important applications of these electrodynamometer type instrument is their use as a wattmeter. So we mostly use the electrodynamometer type instruments as wattmeter. Okay, so that we will discuss separately in the next lecture. Okay, so this is all for today. Thank you very much.